I get a crystal pipe?
I have friends to take pictures of me because my outfits be on point, y'all, and yeah.
Powder binges, left syringes, thugs was in this, gums numbney, dentist, doctors come with quickness, collect calls I'm missing, I done been did this. Y'all know I do be putting feet to pavement on Fig, y'all. Y'all gotta catch me on Fig.
Whoa!
Y'all gotta catch me with the $40 special.
You gotta give
Jaleec.
I don't know the bitch, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
The bitch, or it's a little bitch that she used to be buying everything shit, so I hate, you know.
Right.
She got obsessed with me. She started doing crazy shit.
All right, y'all. So apparently Fridays at No Jumper are now dedicated to tweakers and homeless people. Now, of course, Lush is the resident tweaker there, and he's always there. He don't leave the building, it seems. But the tweaker activity at the most recent Freebase Friday No Jumper news show was too much for him to handle. You see, Jalice was in the newsroom seemingly high out of her mind, and, apparently she graduated this week, got her bachelor's degree and all that. Congrats, you know what I'm saying? But you see, she's giving education a bad name already. She's one of the newest degree recipients, and she was the dumbest in the room on every single talking point, every single topic. But on top of that, she even attempted to strong arm the A mic. She was not, designated as an A mic. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Lush or Ralphie in this cast that they had. But yeah, she was, speaking of Ralphie, she was trying to annoy the shit out of him. And I think that's how she flirts. You know, she's kind of like an Yvette from Baby Boy type of archetype. You know those type. They want to get into it verbally. Some of them even get into it physically, might try to put hands on a man and all that. But it's all leading to one thing, to getting corrected in the bed. And, I think that's her flirting tactic, especially when on a podcast. But I don't know. She also might just want to try to make people crash out. I really don't know. But yeah, she ended up pissing off every cast member, including ultimate people pleaser, the Glazer himself, Lush One. But on top of that, Lush had one of his friends up there. I guess she's like a designer and she shoots music videos. She's an overall creative type person and was up there flirting with Jalice. But then by the end of the show, she is visibly and verbally upset with Jalice. You could tell like Jalice's whole personality just turned all that off. But yeah, we'll get to all that in a second. This all really started before the cameras was on for the viewers. And I guess it started off with Josh. No Jumpers Jamie telling Jalice to chill out with talking over others or something of that nature. Advice she probably would have taken if she hadn't come in with a bottle of tequila and apparently on some type of strong uppers.
I was just with Dave Blunt yesterday.
Can I say something?
Yes, obviously.
I am not allowed to talk until spoken to. So I want the chat to know that if you guys are wondering why I'm so quiet, it's because I'm not allowed to talk.
How you doing today, Julie?
Unless spoken to, because Josh just advised me of that. So
What I said is do not over talk.
No, he told me I can't talk until spoken to.
Bro.
Okay, here.
Start the Jaleece Glaze.
So here it goes. First of all, Jaleece, congratulations on your new degree that you earned as a Bachelor of Music. You feel me? Like
Bachelor's of Science in Entertainment Business, and I graduated top of my class, and there is proof of that. So yeah, let's
clap it up, everybody.
Don't do too much, Ralphie. Anyway,
Cuddy can't clap.
Josh, they said that you're gorilla pimping me in the chat. And I'm confused right now. And then they said hold on. And then they said he's Team Mozzie. Like I'm confused. I'm trying to check temperature. What you on right now, Josh?
The fella mozzarella.
Is you on that? Is you on that?
Define gorilla pimping.
What do you on? Oh! Define gorilla pimping, Ralphie. Define it.
I'm not defining. I don't know nothing about no shit like that. Hell no.
I don't know the way.
I'm a Christian. I don't be doing no shit.
Praise the Lord.
I don't know who's telling the truth and who's not between Jalice and Josh, but essentially telling somebody don't speak until spoken to is hilarious on a podcast setting. But on top of that, shout out to Jalice almost. It's not a full shout out, but I'm gonna give a semi shout out to Jalice because she almost put together a decent fit this time. She let them chunky ass thighs with that big ass tongue on them ugly ass shoes ruin what would have been a good fit. a good little Fashion Nova fit or whatever the case may be. But you see, if she gonna rock them chunky ass fives, I feel like you got to either be dressing like a nigga or be a man. This not a female friendly silhouette at all. But anyways, bad fits aside, so the real reason Jalice was even invited to this Free Base Friday, I don't know, but I think the only reason why she was there was to talk about Mozzie, because as y'all know, like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, Mozzie made some headlines for supposedly being ran out of Inglewood. Munchie B made a video on it, or I think he might even talked about it on No Jumper. Maybe both, I don't remember. But basically an extension of that headline, Jalice then was like sneak diss supposedly in a song or two. And so they brought her on for that topic in particular, I think. And then aside from that, they think, okay, like she gonna vibe, maybe chime in here or there like how she usually does. But they didn't know that Jalice was gonna come in off that tequila and off whatever else she was off of. Because really it's all gonna go south from here. They're gonna bring up the Mozzie topic. They're talking about it for a cool minute, and we're gonna jump in right here with it.
But let's see, y'all. Let us know in the comments what y'all think. If he was referring to Jalice, what did he say? All y'all Bay Area savvy people, let us know.
What the comment section say?
Yeah,
The
you
chat?
can see what the chat's talking about. But regardless,
But it's cold.
No, I meant the comment section where the video is.
Okay, but hold the mic. So if Tiny Munchie got on the live stream after Mozzie said he basically never got ran out of Inglewood, that it was a fabricated narrative, and then Tiny Munchie gets on the live stream and he elaborates on the fact that Mozzie really did get ran out of Inglewood, how does that make Mozzie look though?
Look at Ralphie's face. You could tell that he can't stand Jalice's content. I feel like maybe he looked it up after being on a different No Jumper Friday show with her, where she was in there trying to argue everybody down and be an antagonist. I think he went and looked into her a little bit, seen some of those IG lives, seen some of her YouTube videos that are up, her YouTube lives and all that, and he's disgusted. He's like, oh, here she go. She about to get into her little like weirdo bag.
Cap rapper.
But
he's been cap rapping for the past 10 years.
No.
How many, according to Mozzie, how many bodies does he have?
I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
0.
Whoa,
so what
man,
but according to him,
ain't no bodies and stuff, man.
But he had. What I'm saying is according to Mozzie, how many bodies does he have according to his rap? But in reality, he has none.
Rapping is fun,
so
man.
You can rap. He's rap capping.
But Jalice, though, Jalice, did you see the clip though? Tiny, I mean, you're on the live. Tiny Munchie specifically said, if I were to see him right now, it'd be straight. You feel me? I would shake his hand.
It's no static because of YG. YG had to clear the air, but at the end of the day, Mozzie is still, like, Mozzie being game goofy. Like, what is you talking about? Like, he came to LA, he wiggled off from Sacramento, came to LA. It didn't even know anything about the politics, which is valid because I don't know a lot of things. Okay, Ralphie, simmer down. Because Mozzie
ain't no fucking kid.
Simmer down is crazy. I think, Ralphie's doing the right thing, especially for his career path of being a rapper. And he deals with people that are, from whatever sets and all that with his label that he runs and whatnot. He's doing the right thing by saying, whoa, let's chill out, Miss Messy, with trying to pin bodies on people, or in this case, say that he don't got no bodies. And that's the thing about Jalice. She really does remind me of like a academics in a way, but like Warren Chirac academics. She's early act, but more messy. And, to her credit, she is more boots on the ground than act. She's not just piecing together information that's already online, like from tweets and Instagram stories. She's piecing it together from like pillow talking niggas. That also extends to knowing a girl that was pillow talked to and then, telephoning its way to Jalice, like, oh yeah, I heard so-and-so, stole whatever, an ounce of weed from so-and-so and this and that. It all makes her way back to her. She pieces it all together and then hops on a random ass live at like midnight with her hair all messed up, looking crazy, talking crazy, putting bodies on people, or like you just saw with the Mozzie shit, antagonizing you by saying you don't got no street cred, nigga. You don't got no hats. You don't got no bodies. You don't got no squabbles, nothing. You's a bitch. Like, that's her content. It's either that or it's, I heard, y'all was getting belt to ass by the niggas from this city and this and that. it's really crazy. It's really crazy. It's like a dark little circle of the internet. I ain't gonna lie. And Ralphie, he always plays it safe when he's on No Jumper. He's not trying to get caught up in no type of cases or none of that. He's a nigga that is on here potting like he does not want to go back to the penitentiary, and I respect him for that. He's a little over the top, a little extra loud and all that. So that's where the simmer down comes from. But he was right by trying to be like, nah, chill. It's just he does it in his own animated type of way. But yeah, anyways, all the Mozzie stuff aside, which, you know, again, I think this is the only reason she was invited to this particular Friday show. But she ends up making this shit into a true freebase Friday with what's coming up right here, which is everybody was talking about there was a mass shooting, you know what I mean? RIP to the people that lost their life, and prayers up to those that are recovering and whatnot, and just what it takes to mentally recover from that. It is a sensitive topic. But Jalice is going to say, yo, this is a sensitive topic. We ain't talking about this. She's going to stand on 10 about not talking about the topic at all because it's, I guess the shooter was a transgender person. So there's some political rumors or, you know, whatever conversations being had where they want to ban trans people from being able to legally own firearms because of this, you know, unfortunate event. But so Jalice is arguing down the point that we ain't going to talk about it because we're going to get canceled. And, you know, everybody in the room was down to talk about it. So it's not like she had... Now, if the majority of the room say, yeah, you know, you're right, and like if just Lush and Ralphie wanted to talk about it still, then I'm like, all right, for sure. They're fair for moving on. But they're going to let Jalice run the show only because she wouldn't shut up while they're trying to get on through the topic. And the only issue I really have with this is any other mass shooting or school shooting, as unfortunate those events are and as sensitive of topics those are, No Jumper News has covered all of them since the No Jumper News has been a thing. They talk about it as a topic. I don't know if they necessarily, you know, put it on the clips page and really run the content like that, but for the live audience or the people that like watching the long form content, they talk about this shit. There's clips of shit. Jalice, you love Flacco so much. There's a whole clip on the No Jumper Clips page of Flacco saying he desires to interview a school shooter. That's something that he wants to check off his list. This was from a few years back. I don't know if he still has those aspirations, but I mean, sensitive topic. This nigga wanted to drag out the whole thing and reward somebody with the interview. But anyways, let's get into the club.
One person?
Because I'm trying to talk. Like,
my bad.
Am I allowed to speak? Why
I'm not going to dignify that with the response.
Because we know you can talk.
Yeah,
I
henceforth,
can't
like,
speak, Ralphie.
just
Josh
pop
not
it.
here.
I'm
You get
only
the pass
allowed
right
to
now.
speak. Stevie,
Yeah,
I'm on your ass anyway, so don't do that.
You're granted
Don't worry about it.
permission.
I'm gonna advise you to simmer
You
down.
may speak,
Sit your
child.
drink. All right, so this is what I'm going to say. This is a sensitive topic, and we should not be discussing this topic on the news. So whoever put this in, Flacco, this needs to be removed. Next topic.
That's what we're here for.
I love these
Sensitive
type of
topic.
topics.
No,
I
you
think
don't.
bullshit
Next
topics.
topic, bro. Stevie, next topic.
You want to talk about some beef?
I thought it was good.
Bro, that was a good one. I love these type of topics.
Not this, though. Okay, I understand that, but this is
very,
news
like-
that is sensitive, and if you guys know anything about the
Sensitive
entertainment
to all this
business,
shit sensitive
stop.
to people.
If you guys, okay, listen, I just got my bachelor's degree. Okay?
Exactly,
And
so
it's
you're
business.
educated
Let me
enough to
tell you
discuss-
something. Okay, and this is a sensitive topic.
Knew
And
that
if
word
I
was
just
coming
said,
again.
let's simmer down, switch topics, do it. Simple.
I mean, if it's
sensitive to though?
if it's
Now,
that deep.
next topic.
No, who is it sensitive to?
Bro, it's a sensitive topic. This shit shouldn't even have been a topic.
To the world? What?
In general.
I really,
Ain't
yeah, I don't
sensitive to me.
understand.
That's normal topic.
Listen,
In mid-conversation.
Like I said,
It ain't-
next
it's-
topic.
I don't-
is the sensitive part.
Facts.
yeah, people,
Now,
yeah.
what? Anything else is not the sensitive part.
Right.
But we
So
don't
let's-
want
Hey,
King
Stevie
Kill
tired of my
feel some type of
bullshit.
way talking
Wait a
about
minute.
genders and
Stevie,
shit and have guns.
Stevie, I agree. But no, I don't care if it's the news. It's a sensitive topic. We do not need to be talking about
That's
that.
why we should talk about it.
Why?
That's because it being sensitive means that it's like
Important.
it's going to be
All right, well, go ahead and
exactly.
be canceled
It's
because you guys
controversial.
want
It's
to talk about
inflammatory.
this
It
topic.
should
Go
be
ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
I can't. Who's gonna cancel me?
Get
Look,
canceled.
Hey, my
Look,
This has nothing to do
look.
with me.
Wait, we can get
Hey,
canceled.
get
They can't cancel
canceled
me.
because we know that the cancel
I'm an
culture is
independent
very
grinder.
strong.
Nigga. You can't cancel this, nigga.
So-
cancel my fans, then. Nigga.
All right.
Thank you, Stevie.
Kai Cenat, Jesus Christ. Kai Cenat said watching Drake's third.
Man, oh man. It is kind of hypocritical to cover all types of street drama. This person got slid on by the ops, this and that. And on top of that, the Susie video, which they ended up trolling her with at the end of this episode. Shout out to Steven and Nathan. You know what I'm saying? They ended up trolling the fuck out of her by playing the part where she was dancing at the spot that, you know, that young man lost his life at in the music video. She did a whole thing taunting whatever ops she got and all that with her music video. And, you know, but this is where she draws the line. Talking about something that is in national headlines is where she draws the line, but doing some shit that only people familiar with the situation with again, the NorCal street politics and information that she brings to the internet. That video has the views that it has because she did some shit that pissed off a lot of people, you know, in the city that she is from. But national news headline is too sensitive of a topic. But it's interesting because right after we get through this little Kai Cenat Drake shit that she somehow turns into an NBA YoungBoy topic, she's going to end up offending two of the people that are sitting in this room.
His honest opinion, and I believe at this point his opinion is compromised.
So what was his opinion?
His
That
opinion
shit was
that it was the worst. It was a waste of time.
And
I'm Armani?
It was,
I haven't
Drake
seen it,
dropped
so
a video.
like, I heard it's an hour and a half. I'm not gonna sit there for an hour and a half. I ain't gonna lie.
Now,
Steve,
now
I'm not
we just and this is another thing.
You didn't watch it?
Oh, this is
Yes, I
another
watched
thing.
it.
I haven't seen it.
This is another thing.
Isn't Drake and
I
Kai
think it was
Cenat, like,
It was great.
doesn't this coincide in regards to the topics? So let's be realistic here.
That's the
So-
topic
This
that
is
was up
another
there,
thing.
though.
Okay, so what did Kai Cenat feel some type of way in regards to Drake?
He said it was
And
ass.
that is the thing. We are trying to
Play
base.
the video.
We already
Yeah.
played the video.
Using your phone.
Jesus.
That's wild work from somebody who thinks they're the A mic in the moment. And in this moment we're watching, she literally believes that she's in charge of this show. And she wasn't even paying attention when the panel was watching the content that they're now supposed to be reacting to. But yes, you're in charge. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Okay, Stevie.
We are
God,
trying to
stop playing with me.
listen. We are trying to base a whole scenario. We're trying to base a whole opinion on a clip, and this is why the clip situation is crazy because
So
we
how
don't
do
know
you feel about the clip, Glow Gang?
what. How do I feel?
Gang.
How do I
Yeah,
feel
Glow
about the
Gang.
clip? I'm telling you right now. I feel as though the fact that
We not talking about food today?
we already talked about food.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You're all right, brother.
It's the fact.
this is where Lush, he glazes everyone. Everybody that comes through. I think he's even glazed Adam's dogs. Lush has lost his cool. He's starting to lose it. He's starting to get sick and tired of the shit. She is tweaking on such a high level that the professional tweaker, the professional glazer, is sick of her shit and is about to start calling the shit out and arguing with her and whatnot.
That we allowing a clip.
Take effect in regards to like Drake's delivery.
But
or-
if Drake really that nigga, it ain't gonna.
But
it
Drake
ain't gonna
is
affect
that
him.
nigga. But
So
right now,
actually-
because Kendrick Lamar did his one too, I'm saying a lot of people are kind of testing his artistry and they're like playing with his craft.
It's crazy how succinctly I just broke down exactly why. Like, I don't see how anybody can't follow what I just said. Like literally. Like, if you
I love
can't.
Les.
No, you literally have to have a fucking, like, I know none of us have degrees except for you, but we all have 6th grade education.
The words, bro.
And this
The
does
words,
not
bro.
require, like, it's not the words. I'm speaking fucking literally 7th grade vocabulary words, bro.
Okay,
You
no,
feel me?
you
Like,
don't speak 7th grade vocabulary words. Let's.
not getting paid to talk shit on Drake, bro.
So don't say. Hold on.
Yeah, she glazing
I'm gonna
Drake.
The
glaze
Krispy
Les.
Kreme donut shop is open. Everyone quiet.
I'm gonna glaze Les, but listen, the fact that he says 7th grade level, dude, like, come on, Les, you are like above that. You
No,
are
I
at
clearly.
master status.
No,
in
thank
regards
you.
to Rap
Clearly,
GPT.
but I'm saying I'm
So,
breaking it down
Stevie,
very
why
simple.
Are you on here with now, Stevie? Say what you just said.
All right, so America's favorite tweaker, Lush One, is now officially fed up with Jalice and her BS. And, on top of that, what we're about to see is Rob Banks. Lush One, I guess he's done some battle rap events with her in the past and whatnot. And like I said, she's like an all-around creative is kind of how they introduced her. But she came in to this episode on some, like low key flirting with Jaleece. Pretty smooth. It wasn't like, over the top or nothing, but just in the flow of conversation, they were flirting in the beginning of the episode. At this point, though, this is more so near the end of what I clipped up from the shit. Now, to be honest, Jaleece had so many moments of like overly scratching, overly sweating, or displaying that she's uncomfortable from the feeling warm and shit like that. There was an hour of content after I screen recorded all the moments where she was being annoying or whatever those other things I just described. I had to condense it down, obviously, because we're not about to sit here for 2-3 hours breaking down Jaleece's performance. I'll go insane. I think the viewers will go insane. But she did pretty much annoy everybody for at least an hour out of I think it was a 2.5 hour show of the free base news. So yeah, man, we're about to watch somebody who literally came in flirting with her, now visibly and verbally turn against her because of this just disgusting behavior that she's been displaying this whole time. It's like when somebody gets too lit at the party and now they're just getting on everybody's nerves. This is essentially that, but in a semi-workplace environment.
So you think Drake's gonna say fuck you guys and that?
Let me tell you why they're not like that.
Neither one of them meet each other, so this is just here.
It is two different industries.
It's two like
not two different industries. They depend on each other.
Drake merging into that world though.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
So you're admitting that? What? You admitting that streaming? I'm sorry.
Please.
No.
Okay. So in regards to Drake and Kai Cenat,
is that the singles that Drake has released, per his standards, per our expectations of an artist of Drake caliber, to which there is none when it comes to success and sales accolades. There's nobody. You got to start comparing John Lennon, motherfucking, you feel me, Michael Jackson. You can't compare. I guess right now Taylor Swift.
You comparing Michael Jackson to Drake?
What did you just say?
Sales accolades wise.
Okay.
Sales accolades. Yes. I feel like I need to slow it down. Maybe if I talk a little bit slower, you guys will hear me the first time
Wait a minute,
I say it.
Brother, Les, can I say something?
Yes, please.
Am I allowed to speak?
Not if you ask that question again.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Now in regards to being the Michael Jackson of this generation, we're gonna have to give that to NBA YoungBoy.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's good.
Jaleece,
can I go to the snap machine?
Groundbreaking
Hey,
things.
not.
Yeah, right.
Jaleece, I love you, but you're not helping the meth accusations with that one.
Okay, I'll stick to the meth accusations.
Every
what
single
I'm saying
year,
is,
like ain't took a break.
You can speak.
I'll try not to.
Let me speak. Okay, NBA YoungBoy, no, I don't look at him as if I would have any type of sexual relations or any personal relations with, because just based on the simple fact that he has a wife and he has a baby with my little sister.
Would the herpes be a deterrent?
It doesn't matter. He has.
Doesn't matter? The herpes don't matter? No. That's where any person with half a brain will draw the line. I don't give a damn, whatever the greatest artist on your list is of all time, whoever it is, whatever group, whatever the case may be, herpes should probably be a deterrent. Hey, you could have the fewest amount of morals out of your group of friends. You could be the person that's always knocking down 300-pound women, whatever. Hey, but herpes, you shouldn't just be proudly, giving yourself herpes just because it's your favorite artist. That should be a deterrent. It doesn't matter is a crazy fucking response to that.
Bro, what does that mean? NBA YoungBoy is the god of this generation.
Would the herpes be a deterrent?
But I'm not looking to have a baby. I don't want to have a baby with him. I look at him like I understand him spiritually, mentally, physically. I understand dude. So at the end of the day,
you have a spiritual baby with him?
You walking up you walking up the mountain to have a spiritual conversation with him?
I'm walking up the mountain to have an interview and intervention
Intervention.
You walked up this mountain, girl.
Okay,
penetration.
Hey, like I said though, I'm not looking at NBA YoungBoy in any type of sexual or any type of like.
He gonna open that door like she do.
Right. Yep.
He gonna open that door like she do.
How? Now, would she have a baby with him? Yes.
All right, so we've got through the majority of the Free Base Friday drama, BS, whatever you want to call it. But this one right here, this clip right here really takes the cake. You know, we watched her how she tried to move on from a sensitive topic despite the entire group wanting to talk about the topic. But now, you know, they killed Tupac blood.
Kill Tupac blood. Nigga, Oak Park is the Illuminati blood. This is what happened with Tupac blood. It's a conspiracy theory blood. Tupac used to kick in the hood back in the day, right? So upon me conducting my analysis, I start pinpointing things that wasn't adding up. And a lot of people from Oak Park be migrating to Las Vegas.
Is going to, you know, she's gonna bring up a sensitive topic, and it seems like it's out of a malicious place, from a malicious intent in her heart. She wants to strike a chord, and this is not like a playful thing. This is where I think it's past the point where she's trying to flirt with Ralph here or whatever the case may be, and she's trying to get him to crash out on camera or something of that nature. I don't know. I don't know what's going on through her little tweaked out mind at this point. But yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it because nut-ass Jalice, she's going to try to get off her conspiracy theory about the unfortunate passing of, you know, LA rap legend Draco the Ruler. The whole vibe's going to change in the room. Lush is going to, again, check Jalice and try to move on from the topic, but she's just going to keep on saying it over and over. And you could see that everybody's like visibly upset. It's really disgusting behavior.
Zoom.
They do have tech, but the point is, bro, if a Bay Area artist wants a major deal, they got to go to LA or Atlanta or New York, bro.
But that makes sense.
That's
It's
it.
always been
So
like that.
but no, because if you think about it, Empire has signed a lot of Chicago, Detroit, and LA rappers.
Correct.
And your brother was one of them, so let's not do that.
He just
So
got a deal.
He's independent.
He signed a
distribution deal
while he was in
So
jail.
okay, but Empire
distro
is known
deal.
for their distribution deals. They're
Correct.
not known for being like one of those solidified labels. They're known for distribution deals. So at the
If
end
you
of
wanted a big artist, they main artist on their
got a
and
lineup,
deal.
Draco
you
the
got
Ruler was one of them.
you got
Priority.
Draco wasn't getting
what's
nothing
his
that the
name?
Empire
What's that one
the
dude
big
from
Empire
Detroit?
artists are getting.
What's
Draco
the
wasn't
Detroit
getting
dude?
none of that.
He wasn't
Priority
getting
artists.
advances and
Ray,
shit like
what's
that.
He
You
wasn't
feel
getting
me?
the
Like,
right caviars and all that shit.
What's
No.
his name? Ray something. Who's the dude? Ray something from Detroit. Ray something. What's his name?
Babyface Ray.
Babyface Ray. Him. He was one of them.
There's a lot of there's a lot of artists on
Ruler,
fucking Empire,
King
bro.
Von.
There's people from
Let's
everywhere on
talk about it.
Empire.
Let's clock the T.
The point is,
There's
the
a lot of
point
emphasis
is,
on that.
like,
Everybody
and-
you're naming except for Draco gets a
Get
press
all the
run
push that
and
you
all
talking
the
about.
media.
Okay, but Draco the Ruler didn't receive a lot of his royalties. Why?
What do you
No,
you
that's
receive
not what
all
no
of
one
his
said that.
royalties.
No one said that.
100%
But why
of
were
his
they
royalties.
saying that he didn't receive his royalties?
He
No,
received
nobody-
100%
no, hold on.
of his royalties.
No, the
But he was
reason why
signed
he
to
chose to go
Signed
into
Empire.
he
He dropped one tape and a half. Like
he chose to
two
go.
tapes.
He chose to go indie. He had a major deal on the table. He had a lot of labels actually trying to sign him. You
He
feel
was
me?
sweep
Like
through $1 million deals.
I know that, but what I'm saying is Empire was definitely one of those labels that definitely.
he probably could have got in
Nah,
advance,
not
but he
him.
was. You feel
They
me?
didn't- they
he
didn't-
probably
They
could have.
ain't fun nothing to
he
him.
What
know
about
better than
PNB
you.
Rock? Didn't they like?
Yes, they
signed PNB Rock.
They
were
wasn't
in-
funding him.
look.
Distro Kid does a number for Draco, so that's leave that out of there.
They're-
Yeah, we know
but,
the
like, yeah,
truth.
but this is
He was actually doing what he
his
said
own
he was
thing.
doing. A lot
The-
of
the
these
thing is
niggas
there's-
ain't,
Empire got Burna Boy.
yeah, they
exactly.
Got
They have
They got a lot of
international
people
artists.
under
They got Dolph,
And they have-
got
And correct me if I'm wrong. They have a New York.
He
Hey,
got
do they?
got Sauce Walker.
Do they
got
not
a
have
lot
a New
of
York
joints,
office
respectable
also?
joints.
They have a fucking New York office. They're not. They don't even.
No, it's a lot of like the most
Empire
most
does?
of the independent
Yes.
artists they have.
They do not strictly operate out the Bay. By the way,
But do they got
Shout
a
out to
mountain
Gazi.
though?
Gazi be doing his little 1-2, huh? y'all?
Gazi go crazy,
Gazi go crazy. He be collecting them life insurances.
but that's why that's a respectable label. So when y'all say it's like an
Right.
independent label, it's like nah, that's a
Did
respectable.
that fly over your
That's-
head?
no, that
No,
did
no,
not.
it didn't.
No,
No, it
no,
didn't. I was just-
She
I
made
was
a
just
she
waiting-
made
I
a
was
straight
waiting for people to
implication.
say
She
something.
made a straight implication.
She ain't
But like,
slick.
but that's what it.
And shit fly over nobody's head. They're ignoring your blatant disrespect.
If you're savvy enough, because I already knew what she was doing
I wasn't
with the
saying
names
it.
she
She
was
asked
mentioning
me
and all
something.
that. She was alluding to like the conspiracies. You
What
feel me? Like
conspiracies? I just said he has
good life insurance.
Come on, bro.
Right.
Regardless, here's the thing, and I'm not gonna agree or disagree with what you alluded to. No, I'm not going to agree or disagree with what you're alluding to, but I do think it's unfair to paint narratives that are not 100% accurate, especially when we just heard an example, and there's a lot of those artists that just had distribution through him. It wasn't like these are quote-unquote empire artists. Okay. That encompasses so much. That's like saying, oh, you're signed to DistroKid. Damn near. Bro,
I got fucking some homies that use Empire like distro.
Yes, I could release through Empire if I want to right now.
It's just a portal. If you ain't really getting no money, if you ain't took no money from it, it's just a portal.
Correct. But at the same time, Jalice, you do offer you're not saying shit that hasn't been discussed, and you're not saying things that are.
I didn't say anything. I just said shout out to Ghazi. I said he has good life insurance on all his artists.
That's all. Crazy implication.
You said collecting them though.
A crazy implication.
If he got more than half the industry, giving distribution to more than half the artists in the industry, then the ratio that they still in the streets. You feel me? So it's bound to happen.
Man, she had Lush trying to shoot some bail, little slight glaze to get out of the situation. Still ruined it. She trying to stand on 10 on some bullshit. Like, what do you get out of making this point right now with this room of, with this group of people? It's just weird energy.
Jalice just has great wordplay. She knew what the fuck she was saying.
I'm glad, man.
She's alluding to it. She's not saying it.
I said shout out to Ghazi.
All right, let's cover one modem.
Well, that pretty much wraps this one up of Jalice making a fool of herself on the Free Base Friday No Jumper News. She can't do what Munchie B does, okay? She can't. I'm sure most people cannot. I know even in my heaviest of drinking days, I would not dare go on a live stream off of a full bottle of tequila to myself. A solo bottle is crazy unless it's wine. And even then, I would probably be talking too loose. But yeah, leave that to Munchie. Leave those Jordan 5s to the men. And, maybe you won't keep on pissing everybody off. You end up getting roasted by all the fans. The live chat was roasting you, the comment section, the super chats. Now, it's a pretty rare occasion when the super chats are being read that the entire cast of people agrees with the super chat that is being critical of one of their hosts. They usually try to stick together when it comes to super chats, or at least be a little bit fake. But even Glaze 1, America's favorite tweaker, had to side with these two super chats right here. I think even more, but these two really stand out.
King Joffy Jofer said, Shorty clearly on uppers right now. Brody D said Jalice is
that lick, boy. Bro.
It's not the joke, the audacity of the joke.
You gotta finish these super chats.
Hurry up, Les.
Forza, no prep nation. Jalice, what do you mean? This is a great topic. You can't speak on trans people losing weapons. Why? Explain. You don't have to explain. Mr. John Doe, but I think I agree with you, Forza, 100%. Mr. John Doe said her drawing the line at the trans community is some crazy shit, especially covering the shit you cover. Again, agreed.
Especially the shit that you cover. Again, the fact that Lush is just full on agreeing with these super chats tells me Lush is sick of the shit, at least in the moment as well. I saw a lot of fans saying they need to fire Jalice after today and shit like that. If it were anywhere else, I wouldn't be surprised by that, or a little suspension or something. But at the end of the day, this is no jumper. Damn near anything goes. It's the Wild Wild West. And this has been another episode of Just Clips 1. We had to cover this Free Base Friday moment. And it's crazy because I really don't tune into the Friday show. Usually I have, whatever video I've been compiling throughout the week or whatever that I got to work on Friday and finish, or, whatever other things I got going on I'll be doing on Fridays, to where I'd be like, the Friday show is not going to be worth watching. But I'm really happy that I tuned into this one, because if I didn't, I would have missed Jalice tweaking on the damn show throughout the whole thing. And then, you can't just rely on the Reddit. I like going there to make sure I don't miss anything. or little details, but seeing this in real time was, it was an experience, that's for sure. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I will catch y'all on the next one. If you're new to the channel, go on and hit that subscribe because you done made it to the end of one of my videos, and you'll probably enjoy another one. Reoccurring people, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And, like, comment if you feel like it. And, peace. I'll see you on the next one.